want some, get some, bad enough, take some.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 11 of FANGIN and BANGIN with Gangrel and Kid Cadet. How are you, Miss Kid Cadet? Miss Ma'am, Cadet, Kid. What are you today? Kid,
Adult,
Cadet.
Kid, whatever. I'm fantabulous. How are you?
Fantabulous. Well, I'm fantastic.
Oh, I love that. And we almost matched today, but last minute you said you made a change in shirt.
Literally, like, I had the Rolling Stone shirt in my hand, and I was like, and then I put it back, and I picked the chili pepper up, and I put it back, then I went with Reno effing Scum.
There you go. That's where we landed.
So that's where we landed, but we almost would have been like, they would have started talking, they'd be like, wait a minute, now they're like clothes coordinating, band coordinating, or whatever.
We'll have to coordinate one week.
So, I'm gonna have to get a Kiss shirt. Oh, I had a Psycho Circus one, but I don't know what happened to it. I think I gave it to Scotty Taylor, actually.
Oh.
The jersey for Psycho Circus. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, they're black with the red, I think it had red sleeves on it, and it would say 666. No, my Aussie one was 666.
Oh.
I forget what the Psycho Circus had.
I have Aussie shirts too, so you let me know, we'll coordinate. Do you have a favorite, it's so hard to pick a favorite, but do you have a favorite, like, Rolling Stones song?
Wild Horses, maybe.
I was going to say I love Wild Horses. I might go with Gimme Shelter, only because I really like the girls' part in it.
Yeah. No, tremendous. Every song's tremendous by him.
Yeah.
Brown Sugar, all of them. Love them
so good. Rolling Stones, if you're listening, we love you. Big time fans. So I know you're fantastic today, but you kind of had a...
You think Mick Jagger's listening to us?
Oh, absolutely he is.
That'd be tremendous.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
So we weed through those 1,000 followers, Mick.
Mick Jagger's like, here I am.
This is great. But, so what's going on? What happened with your weekend? A weekend.
Well, my weekend wasn't as... Can we say tumultuous as your weekend?
You can say that, but I don't like that green stuff. I usually don't eat it because it's
what?
No, that's not broccoli. That's guacamole or something.
First of all, love guacamole. But so what happened? You were
tumultuous. What is tumultuous though? Help me understand.
Tumultuous is like bad, terrible.
Okay, yeah.
You had a pretty bad.
It's a rough one. Wednesday I was flying out to Fargo, North Dakota, to do a show for Thursday. So, I got plenty of time. They're flying me early, whatever. I'll get there, get a hotel. But no, I was waylaid in Detroit and had to spend the night in Detroit, and then had another like 4 hour layover in Minneapolis. So I ended up going Fort Lauderdale to Detroit to Minneapolis to Fargo, North Dakota. And then, coming home, minimal delays, but coming home was okay Friday morning. So I landed, and then I went straight to the Yankees-Marlins game.
How'd they do?
They did 3-1. It was a Friday night. They won. Rizzo's, I don't know if you're a Yankees fan or not, but his first start, hit a home run. Guy's a beast. They had Gallo there. I love him because he's supporting number 13. You know, like,
go Sports.
13. So my girl's a big Yankee fan. I've dated two different girls. One was a Boston fan right before her, and then she's a Yankee fan. And neither one of them asked me. Well, I'm marrying this one, so I'm going to have to be a Yankees fan for life.
Yeah.
Neither one of them asked me who my favorite team was, which was the Seattle Mariners, Ken Griffey and all them in the days. But the two of them, they're very strong personalities with the people that follow those two clubs, those two teams. So you get very strong personalities with that. So it's safe to say I'm a Yankee fan now.
Yeah.
But I am now. I enjoy it. I love going to of course I went there. I had to get a Nathan's hot dog, and I don't drink that much anymore, but I definitely had a beer. And
you're supposed like when you go to a baseball game, that's the fun of it. The food.
It's just weird when you're at the Loan Depot or whatever it's called. Loan Depot. They didn't give out loans when I was there, by the way. But the Loan Depot, I could have used the loan, but it's inside, so it's like freezing. So you feel like you're watching baseball in fall. You're like, man, it's cold. Yeah, I had long sleeves on. Then you go back outside, and it's like a mad, angry, like 100-degree in heat index or something at 9 at night.
It's been rough, but I think I'm a Marlins fan, and because I used to get to sing for the Marlins a lot. Like, I sang the national anthem quite a few times.
That's awesome. That girl there, she did a good job. It was cool. Let me ask you this. Did you like that? What was that, a water fountain in center field? What was that thing out there?
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about? That monstrosity of artwork? And it's gone now.
It's gone.
It's gone now.
I do remember it. I've only been to a couple of games at the new stadium. I used to sing at like Joe Robbie or Joe Robbie, right? Or like Sun Life Stadium, whatever it's called. Yeah. Like, so it's been a minute since I've done it. But maybe...
Well, you're young, just kicking the belts out there, no?
I was like 13 when I was singing.
Oh, wow. 13. Another good number. 13
so
twice
good.
a day.
And then next week, Friday the 13th.
Is it next week, Friday the 13th?
I think so, yeah. Right, Raymond?
Oh, tremendous.
Raymond already has stuff planned. He's like, next week, guys, we got, so I guess sit tight. You guys, Mick Jagger watching.
I tend to get married on memorable dates. Now, I'm going to tell you, I didn't pick any of the dates. One was October 31st, Halloween. They were sure I wasn't going to forget that one. The next one was a Friday the 13th. And now this one, my birthday's in February, but this one's going to be, and this one's going to be my last one. I promise you, because I love this woman mad at me. It's 2/2/22. So 2/2, all the twos. So it's
unforgettable.
It's a Wednesday, I think. So it's like February 2nd.
That's pretty soon.
22, yeah. So
this is coming up. That's like what, 6-7 months away?
Yeah, it's pretty fast.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
Yeah, so that was my weekend. But then also, so I get home Sunday evening from that trip, and then do a whole nother lifestyle type of change. I signed up and I moved. Took a permanent position with CCW out of Pompano Beach. Yeah, thank you.
That's so
Coastal
exciting.
Championship Wrestling. So signed on to be a head trainer there for a good period of time, and so it'll be a good bit. And they got a great group of people. The structure's good. They had like kind of, I don't even want to talk about it. It's not in the past, but they had some bad things there. But the house is cleaned. The house is organized. And now we're going to put up, it's not organized yet. Well, the wrestling part, the show part, the school is where I'm going to come in and I'm going to put some structure and a little bit of discipline there. So I'm really looking forward to that journey and stuff. And I'm excited to be there. So you guys go check out CCW, go follow them online or get on my page and you'll find that. So, and follow me on this journey and hopefully it'll be a great one.
There was like a really wonderful response to you posting about it too. A lot of people think it's a fantastic decision for you to be with CCW.
Yeah, they did. I was surprised because like I said, there was a dark cloud for a while, but it's gone. There's sunshine.
The clouds have parted.
Yeah, like they say in The Crow, it can't rain all the time, even though I do like the rain. But can't rain all the time, so there's a rainbow. There may not be a pot of gold there, rainbow, because as we all know, the journey is the jewel. So I'm looking forward to a beautiful journey. So it'll be very rewarding. I can already tell it's a great group of young individuals. I will tell you this, though. Last night was my first night there, and they had, I don't know, you saw I posted the picture, but I can't guess off the top of my head. There was 20 or more.
Oh, yeah.
It was
students?
More 20. All right. So they're not too far on their way. So I am so looking forward to working with them and developing. And I know that I believe my twins are ready to come back. One's waiting for a CT scan, Tiffany, and Nicole. I think I saw her posting that she's going to make a return. So, man, I think women's wrestling's about to pick up.
Girl power.
Girl power. I think it's getting ready to pick up again in South Florida, and I'm super excited about that too. Because all the years I spent with Luna and working with different things, and I'm possibly, I'm not sure the name of a company that's coming up, but this is all women's company coming up. So I actually got to get them give you the number and get you in touch with them because I think I might be the only male in the company. I'm a commissioner and commentator, I think. But they picked up a lot of the South Florida girls. I recommended some out of Cleveland, Holly did, and then Thunder Rosa out of Texas is helping them in that area. Amazing. So I think all the business plans are submitted, but I think it's pretty positive green light go. So looking forward to I can't put it all out there, but really looking forward to an all women's company coming around and touring the United States. So, and hopefully international. So, and being the only dude on it. Yeah. And that's not in a bad way. That's just like, they thought I was cool enough to be.
Yeah.
So,
you get to
so
hang.
I'm honored.
Good for you.
Super, super honored. So, yeah. Plus, they know I'm too old to cause any trouble anyways.
Please.
He's just an old vampire. He's like 1,052,
Wow. Well, you look great for 1,052.
Well,
Good for you.
Thank you. It's the hair appointments I have.
Is that what
Tuesday
it is?
When I rush out of here, yeah. I don't know why I do it anyways. I don't know why I mess with my hair. It's all white anyways, and people are like, white hair is a cool thing now, right? Or was?
Oh, yeah.
Or did that already pass?
Oh, no. That is so... I'm like waiting for my husband to go gray. I'm like, please, like, I'll stress you out. Like, come on. Like, let's get it going.
I don't think it's going to look any different, my hair and camera, because I walk in there to get, like, when I go, like, once a month or every 5 weeks or whatever it is, and it looks exactly the same when I leave. Like, I don't think anything's really happening besides money leaving my pocket to this guy, That's what I think is happening. That's the changes. My wallet's a little lighter.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, it's a good thing to do for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, to put money into yourself.
Well, wrestling, I found, and I found it. One of the negatives in wrestling is it can make you very insecure and you can become very vain with stuff, and so I'm always questioning my weight, my goozle, these extra wrinkles, my hair, and then I'm trying to go the extra mile. And, you know, sometimes it can consume you and eat you alive. It makes you very insecure because you're always in front of somebody, always doing something. And now, the only thing I really worry about, well, I still worry about all that, I guess. I worry about my hair falling out, my hair being gray, my belly, and the 5 chins growing. But it is what it is. It's just, I can't fight that. I've had a great life, and I lived it. And
you look amazing. First of all, no, you look great. Like, and I feel like you're aging very gracefully.
Oh, thank you.
Like, you're still, like, Gangrel. Like, there's no debate there.
Well, how long, I hopefully, with this podcast, all of us together, and with your help, we can revamp the vampire a little bit. So, as you say, I'm aging gracefully. I appreciate that, but honestly, I'm gonna have to work on revamping the look a little bit because I don't know how much longer the hair is going to stay in there. It's coming out now. The fact that I had my own wrestling school, I think, is the reason it came out. So it has stopped since, unfortunately, the dude ran off with the money, did all the shady stuff, and disappeared. Which that's still a whole other episode.
I really want to know.
But again, I'm also very excited to let you know. I want to let's just squash some of these rumors right now.
Okay.
Right? I want to squash a couple rumors. You mind if I squash them?
Can't squash match. Here we go.
All right, squash match. Hey, Rapula. I think he's got a new name. Rapula. Yeah. He's not a vampire or anything, but he's Rapula. Unless we want to call him Squatula.
Ooh, that's good.
Squatula. That's
like
cool. That's exotic. Very exotic. Squatula. Ooh. Never mind. So rumors. So a lot of people write me, and I actually seen it in some of the questions on the YouTube thing when I was sitting in the airport for hours on end as I was reading them. Is they're like saying that I've lost the Gangrel thing with the school and all this. No. I put a video up and disassociated myself with GWA Florida, or Gangrel's West Asylum at the time, because they were still taking money. This guy had left, closed everything up, just dipped out basically overnight and pulled some real shady stuff. But it was still money. People were still donating. Like a kid was donating his birthday fund money and stuff to this and this and that. Or I wouldn't even have put the video up or sold it or gave it any credibility to what was going on until it was all settled. But I didn't want anybody to still give money or anything. But in the process, people were like, oh, well, you lost the name Gangrel, the trademark, this and this and that. No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, I meant to bring the paperwork and I could have held it up here. But the Gangrel, no, I have registered the trademark in all the areas, entertainment, beverages, sports, drink, all that. So, no, Gangrel's golden. And I have that register, the trademark and all that. So that's all good to kill those rumors there. So I'm moving forward. And I have a lot of projects coming up. So
what about like specifically the GWA? Like,
no, I don't have that domain or anything. So I'm not going to do Gangrel's Wrestling Asylum or anything like that anyways. But I soon will be putting a cease and desist out because the guy hasn't shut that page down. I'm trying to give him time, but he's still misleading people with my name on there and stuff like that. So I'm going to process. I'll probably go see Mr. Broder. He has some trademark people. There's somebody.
He'll get it done.
Yeah, and then I'm going to have because I don't want to do that. I don't want to go that route. And plus, I don't want to have to get off some money, but they actually said that they could handle it and have somebody handle it. So I don't want to do that, but I don't want people believe that people are still asking about the school, this and that, because they're going on the Facebook pages and stuff. So it's very misleading. Now, he could call it Gargamel's Wrestling Academy. He could call it whatever he wants, but what they're doing is trying to mislead people and take the followers from that wrestling fan page that built up through there, and he's trying to move it over to whatever they're doing, like MMA or something like that. So good for you. Yes, go do that. Shame on you for trying to mislead and manipulate a situation that's really not going to work out for you in the long run. Even if I didn't do it, it's going to turn out bad because people are going to feel jilted and stuff and whatever. And then you end up with a bad thing. So smart move would be take it down. But if I have to, when I get back from LA, I leave out tomorrow morning to LA. So looking forward to that. Going out to shoot a commercial. Excited about it at a toy store and do a couple of signings and stuff like that. And Susan's going with me, so that's going to be fun. But,
and you mentioned a couple of really cool places.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, she's never been out there. So we're going to land, going to West Hollywood. We're staying there. I forget what hotel it is. I don't want to say Empress, but something like that. But it's like
you don't want them showing up, dude.
It's literally blocks down, blocks down from the Rainbow. So that Wednesday night, definitely dinner at the Rainbow Room. I'll film on 2 locations Thursday all day, and then Friday I'll take her. We'll go to Venice Beach. She can jog the beach because this vampire don't run no more. Not that I wouldn't. I would love to, but my knee won't let me. But I'll go hit the Venice Golds. So I'll get a workout in. She could run Venice Beach. We'll go to the firehouse. Get this really cool breakfast. I'm sure they got something vegan for her, but they definitely got something good for me there. So but healthy, like some chicken.
Is she vegan?
She's so vegan.
Oh, that's great. Good for her.
Yeah.
I could never, but that's amazing.
Well, you know what? This is vegan pizza that's really, really
I've had,
good.
and yes, I will give it that.
She cooked it the other day, and I still see half of it sitting in the refrigerator, and I keep not wanting to eat it, but like that's one of my, like that pizza is like really, really good. Plus, we have a vegan bakery in Hollywood in the Young Circle right there.
Really?
You know?
Okay.
There's a vegan bakery, and I have never had anything bad out of there. I eat this, and so you sure this is vegan? You know, well, not that I know what vegan's supposed to taste like or anything. You just start labeling things.
No, I know yeah. When I tried to do it, I got a vitamin B12 deficiency, and it was not
really
cute. It was not fun.
I don't know about going total vegan for myself, but I have thought that I pretty much just eat chicken and stuff, but maybe just winging down some of chicken and maybe more vegetarian. Like, I don't know. I'm worried about proteins and stuff like that in older age. And also, I don't know if I want to be unhappy, but it seems like once you adjust to anything, it's like, unfortunately, if you have like, if you have to take a shot every day, you might not like it the first week or two, but at some point you just get used to it. It becomes clockwork. But I tend to want to still enjoy my food, so I don't want it to feel like this is clockwork. I want to enjoy it.
But you will eat vegan when you're fine doing it, when you want to.
Yeah, I don't mind it. It's good. You could eat beer and Tostitos and be vegan.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, maybe I'll go vegan.
Tostitos and beer, that's total vegan.
Okay.
But I don't know if the body will be flattered.
I know.
You got to look in the mirror every day and you got to know, well, I really didn't try by doing that. I didn't make an effort. I don't know if workouts in the older age and in life in general, like people they'll always ask you like, what do you got to do in the gym? This and this and that. I go, well, it's what you're doing in the gym. It's what you're doing at night or what you're eating on your free. You can't outwork a diet. You got a diet. You just can't outwork it. You could try to work out as hard as you want unless you got crazy great genetics. Unfortunately, you really have to watch what you put into your body because it's what you're going to become. Like I'm heavy by nature. I always joke and go, I'm fatty by nature. Like I could pass McDonald's and gain weight. I literally can. And I got heavy bones. People laugh, but I do. My mom would always take me to the fairs when the fairs were there. She loved taking me to the weight guesser because he would always come in and go like, 180, and I'd get on the scale and it'd be like 210, and they'd be like, what? You got rocks in your pocket? But I got really heavy bones, like super heavy bones. But then later in life, those heavy bones became bellies and things.
Stop.
Well, I just like food,
I do too.
I enjoy food.
Oreos,
yeah,
muffins.
All right, so let's get off all this food subjects.
Well, kind of to transition, I'm trying to think about some athletes that are vegan. Like, the first one that comes to mind is Daniel Bryan. And I remember, he was kind of talking about that you can get enough protein as a vegan, because a lot of people were wondering, how are you this, like, incredibly strong pro athlete only eating plant-based food, it's possible.
Well, Redcon is a gym I work at, and they got supplements, and they got a vegan protein powder called Green Beret. And I've tried about 3 other vegan powders, like, for her, and like, but they have a chocolate that and I'm not a chocolate guy, but it's really, really good. And I see we can supplement it in there. Tofu, right, as protein, and there's other things, but I don't know. I think she's fine with it. She's completely like her, and my daughter Anna and her son Andy. Right, the three of them all decided to do it. I think Anna lasted 2 days maybe, and her brother lasted a day or half a day. But Susan continued on with it, and she's still vegan. And this has been since before I met her, right around that time. So it's probably 5 years now she's been vegan. And she's and she says if she eats anything outside of it now, her stomach
makes her sick.
Yeah, she can't have cheese or any of that stuff. Just tears her up. Any dairy, so she's very content with it. I'd have to be careful because I like bread, so I can see myself eating a lot of bread. You know, like, it's the only thing on the menu, like, so I got to eat it. So
give me the loaf.
Yeah, just keep bringing the breadsticks out. You know.
Well, how do you feel about, like, you know, we see someone like Ryback or The Rock with their like epic cheat days. Do you think you could put down that much food? He has like 14 pizzas, The Rock.
Oh, is he still eating like one gimmick he used to have was I remember
the pancake.
He used to eat the Krispy Kremes or something like that. Yeah,
that would just put me into a coma.
Those guys, Ryback I don't know so well. Rock I've been around with him a lot. They're just incredible, like, athletes, and they train hard, and some of the genetics, and he's like half Samoan. Those guys they can become beasts anyway. So I don't know. He works so hard though. Like he's got to go to the gym like at 3 a.m. Think how much he works. How much? It's just movie after movie after movie, and now and then I hear rumors he's coming back. He's wrestling again. I've missed all wrestling this past week.
Is that a rumor, Raymond?
Yeah, he's back. So, and then we talked about Cena. Now it turns like he's back working.
Yes, Cena's doing the match with Roman Reigns, which I'm excited for.
Yeah,
I'm ready for it. Now, who's gonna? I'm sorry, I hate saying this name in front of you, but I'm gonna say it. Like, who's gonna break Flair's record? Like, is John Cena gonna? Is he 16 time?
Raymond knows this stuff. He's a big Ric Flair. So how many times has Cena?
I think 15, right? It's right up there.
I don't know.
And then Charlotte too. I mean,
I think Charlotte will break it for anybody else.
You think they'll let Charlotte do it?
Why not?
Because okay.
But right now Nikki has it, right? She's back again, champion.
Yes,
Did I see that I walked in the door and I thought I saw her she beat. What was it, Charlotte or somebody again? I don't know who it was.
I did not get to watch last night, but you know what?
Tied.
Who is?
John Cena and Ric Flair are tied.
They're tied? Lovely.
Well, maybe the Cena, maybe that's what they lured him back with. I don't know. I haven't kept track this past week or two, or nor am I in records or anything Ric Flair has done, but I should have.
Well, he's no longer with the WWE, so I guess
Did I see something? There was a press release he was there.
Legends contract. So, you know, obviously Andrade is over at AEW. Do you see Charlotte eventually leaving and Rick going over there as well?
I don't know. He's Ric Flair. I mean, whether I like him or not, he's Ric Flair. So,
because don't we already have?
There's always going to be some marketable value to him.
We have 3 of the 4 horsemen over there.
There you go. There's another
or 2.
2.
If he goes,
Tully and Arn.
Mm-hmm.
And then who? And then there's Rick.
And if Rick went, yeah.
Yeah, and then who's the other one?
I don't remember his name. I was looking it up last night. I'm sorry. Woo. So, and then obviously the other
knocking things over.
The other big news that kind of came out this week was the release of Bray Wyatt, which was kind of shocking. It really, I feel, shook the wrestling world. Very unexpected.
Yeah, but I'm missing a lot in wrestling. But I did see that somewhere. But did I read that they said it was over money or something?
Budget cuts? But is that...
And he was making like $1 million a year or something. And so did they do the same thing with Braun Strowman? Did they let him go and then hire him back at a lower amount or something like that?
Is Braun... I haven't seen Braun back. I don't...
Or was that the rumors? I don't know. Maybe it was just a rumor I heard that they let him go, but they're hiring him back at a lower amount. But or maybe that's just speculation. I don't know. I haven't followed anything. Honestly, I was just trying to keep up on my flights. This past week or two has been...
Can't even imagine, yeah.
It's been in a haze, and then like I'm going right back out to LA, so I've been home. And then I did all this transitioning into school and stuff like that. So it's been kind of a wild day. Today's my easy day, so I'm here, gym, go home, pack a bag, and then I'll be home this evening, so I'll be home tonight. And be able to make sure everything's packed and get on the road tomorrow morning.
Yeah. So, I mean, do you think that there's a better place for Bray? I mean, it almost seems like towards the end, Bray really wasn't able to shine the way that he initially did.
Well, I mean, I did hear like rumors, but that's all I heard is rumors. Some would say like he wasn't happy with the creative and where they're going. Others were, it was a financial thing. Maybe WWE said it was a financial thing themselves. I'm not sure. He is a very creative mind. He's taken a lot of what's been forgotten and revamped it and brung it back. He's taken things from stuff that didn't work, like Simbodi's Chiazarni, different things like that. He's pulled from that. I know he's written me at times and asked me about gear and different ideas. He's always willing to pick, the mind of like Undertaker, anybody that's done anything mysterious or creepy or whatever. So he's very creative and stuff. So, I don't know. He goes to AEW. What's he gonna do? Like be like head of the push Evil Uno out, or you take control of the Dark Order? I mean, maybe I don't know. But how many guys can they take on over there? Like
it seems like a lot.
Like I know like QT Marshall's in town doing tryouts for CCW. Like this will already have aired. I think he's there Friday or Saturday doing them. So. I hear they got other shows coming, and then they're filming in Florida, more central Florida. So a lot of things going on. So maybe they're gonna have spots. We've talked about it before, like where all these people are gonna go. When we were worried about Daniel Bryan coming in and CM Punk, people on the borders. But it seems like they got other shows, so they have money. So I'm not
But there's other places too, you know. There's Impact, there's New Japan, there's Ring of Honor, there's not just AEW, and I think like that's something we should all keep in mind.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I'd see New Japan. I think New Japan.
I would. So and then who is it? Tanahashi did a promo last week where he's going to be challenging. I'm not remembering who now, but Tanahashi from New Japan is going to be.
John Moxley.
Yeah, that's what
he's
it sounds
coming
like.
with what is it? Mystery partner? What was that tag? Right.
I think that's something different, but
it's something different in New Japan. But it's a New Japan deal. I know it's John Moxley's going there, but he's bringing somebody and they're tagging against can't remember. I should look at notes and write notes down. I do no homework for this show. People.
We're so
absolutely
prepared.
none. I just rolled in here and went like literally, I was like on the airlines right up to I walked to the door trying to change a seat. It didn't work because there's a 4-hour hold, and so we had to get going with the show. But
one thing I kind of wanted to mention is this thing with Bray, and I mean it goes without saying bullying is never okay, and unfortunately like Alexa Bliss has been getting so much backlash because of it, because they feel like she really took on his persona, or at least part of her persona, and people were going after her saying she was part of the reason, if not the reason, why he was let go. And I just think that's just not okay.
What, like, so she stole his character?
Essentially.
Or did she, or did they put it on her? Or did he help her come up with it,
Right,
like,
because even Mickey James came out with this statement,
That's like them, like, taking, like, the Impaler DDT. Like, to be honest, they told them he had to do it, or they were just going to put it on somebody else, so he figured that I would rather him do it, which is true. I would. So who knows the way they do things in them? Just like who knows what when they had they pushed Karen Cross that whole time and then had Jeff Hardy beat him. Like, was that like a test? They do things to mess with.
Do you want the rumor for that?
What's the rumor?
Okay, so the rumor why they were doing that with Karrion Kross was, and I believe, and I think it's public knowledge that Jeff Hardy tested positive for COVID, so that's why he hasn't been there. So the alleged dirt sheets were saying that he was going to lose again to Jeff Hardy, and then Scarlett was going to debut, and she was going to be the reason why he started winning. Essentially,
Jeff Hardy was winning.
It would be the reason why Karrion Kross would start winning
again.
Because he had Scarlett, and she's the reason the reason why he wins. That was the rumor. Have you heard that, Raymond?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not just
making
that.
You like this rumor?
So I like them as a team. I really think Scarlett, not that he needs her, but I really feel like she adds a lot to the whole thing. Like I like Scarlett a lot, and I feel like she's really thrived, especially in NXT.
Okay, so was Alexa Bliss ever the Fiend?
What
were they together?
Yeah, they were.
And then they just let him go, and she's moved on. And
the last time they really did something together, I would think, was WrestleMania, when she kind of was sitting on top of the box and she was like crying like black ink almost.
Right.
And
so she had her version of the Firehouse or Funhouse.
She does. She has like the thing with the swing. She has her doll Lily. Right. Yeah, so it's.
Well, I like her character when I saw that when they did the ladder match and everything, what she did, and I said that it wasn't too much. That I thought it was just enough, and left a lot to your imagination. They're weird like that, but I don't think I don't picture her. I don't know her. I don't picture her like saying, "I'm gonna steal his character."
I think it was given to her.
I think this is something. I think it probably comes down to they just don't want to, like, they've been cutting heads of money. Like, maybe they don't want to pay out that money. Maybe they're positioning to get the company structured up and financially sound to sell or something. Maybe there's just a lot of places do that. I mean, they let people go, hire them back 3 months later for a quarter, or half of what they were paying them before. Maybe they don't feel threatened because AEW took on so much. But I mean,
Vince McMahon says he's not threatened at all. He's just like,
well, sell all that, but like,
yeah,
it's a tough one. But I don't know.
Well, another thing that I think we were mentioning that we wanted to talk about was obviously Nick Gage had his match with Jericho.
I didn't see that. I wanted to watch it. I heard it was light bulbs, pizza cutters, and then a Domino's commercial.
Exactly. So during, he was using the pizza cutter on Jericho's head, which that's not what it's used for, folks, or maybe in wrestling it is.
They used it on David Arquette's head, too. Though,
the poor guy. So obviously that happened, and then the Domino's pizza commercial ran, and now Domino's is not happy about it.
Domino's isn't happy about it?
No, but to me, I want to order Domino's. It made me hungry for Domino's, It was like...
Was Jericho bleeding with the pizza? Was he?
He sure was, yeah.
All right.
What do you think about that? Do you think Domino's has a reason to be upset?
Yeah.
Really?
Because, I'm sure they paid to be there. That's their brand, right? So do you want to associate... They're thinking of professional wrestling, and there hasn't been a whole lot of blood and stuff like that with that brand. There is some, but not. There hadn't been pizza cutters or light bulbs and this and this and that. And I like Nick Gage, so I like him, and I think there's room for that there. I mean, a lot of people disagree with me, but I think there's always you have a little bit of everything on your cards. Have some diversity and different things and. Everything in life, there's always a spot for something, done the right way. But somebody should be in trouble for doing the pizza thing, and if they thought it was clever, they should be in trouble. If that was somebody's idea to do that, or if somebody overlooked that,
I think it was just I think it was coincidence.
I mean, yeah,
maybe I'm wrong,
but somebody put that format together.
Yeah,
so somebody was in charge of that.
But did they know he was going to have a pizza cutter? And, if you're watching it, you're probably a wrestling fan, right? So, you have to know, are you really not going to get a pizza now because of that?
I would still order a pizza.
I would
still order
Let's
the pizza.
get pizza.
But Domino's, I think they have, I mean, whether it's coincidental, this and that, I mean, they can be like, hey, don't ever do that again,
Well, other pizza companies, I think it was even Papa John's were like, we'll take the spot.
Yeah, but
we'll take the business.
But yeah, I'll say it's still they're being talked about even more so now. So now we're talking about Domino's. So now somebody's sitting there going, yeah, that sounds good. Let's get some Domino's.
Exactly.
So they say, good. Whoa, I'm having issues today. I'm having everything. I just do not belong in the studio today, people. I am struggling. I'm knocking over
Squashzilla
mic stands. I just put a headlock on.
Is it Squashzilla?
Squashula.
Squashula, okay.
Squashula.
Squashula.
It's a cross, maybe Sasquatch vampire thing going on.
It's so fun.
And I apologize. I am just I am a space cadet today. I am all over.
And I'm a kid cadet.
Kid cadet and space cadet. So I'll be Ace Frehley.
All right, you can be Ace. Even though didn't you make fun of me for being Ace? You did. Yeah. You did.
Because I'm the demon.
Okay.
The demon. Or secretly, I like Peter Criss too. So
I'm so excited to interview him. I cannot wait. That's gonna be so much fun. Yeah.
Yeah. When is that?
September 10th through the 12th in
That's next month.
It's so I know.
It's close.
It's happening. It's all happening. But okay, wait, real quick. What's your go-to pizza order?
My go-to,
Garlic?
Oh, a pizza double cheese.
Garlic.
Double cheese. I like double cheese.
Okay.
I don't mind pepperonis on it. People always think I want pepperonis, but I actually just like extra cheese.
You're not a no pep guy. Okay.
Well, no, I mean, I'll eat it.
Okay.
I'll eat sausage on it. I'll eat anything but anchovies on pizza. I don't discriminate. When I was in
Pineapple?
Pineapple. What is that guy? Wolfgang Puck Pizza, whatever, in the airport. So I was sitting in whatever airport I was in this weekend. One of them, Boston. I was in Boston. So I was in
Many, so I
was in Boston Sunday afternoon coming home, and I got a barbecue chicken pizza from Wolfgang Puck, and it was good.
That sounds good.
Barbecue chicken pizza. It was good. Yeah.
And for Susan, this is all vegan. That's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Totally. vegan.
Whatever her vegan pizza is, it has pepperoni, not pepperoni, but it has peppers and I don't know. It's really good, and onions and stuff like that. So
yeah, I'm so hungry. This is not fair.
But I'm traditional. Extra cheese is just extra cheese for me. I like them.
I'm
Sometimes, if I feel like I'm trying to diet, I'll ask for thin crust.
Is that the gimmick?
It is the thin crust. I'm watching my weight. Can I get a thin crust, please?
I like that.
As in for pizza places, I don't know. Like if I'm stuck in a hotel, it's like whatever's open and delivering. But if I'm home here in Florida, I'll get Joe's.
I've never heard of Joe's.
Joe's is right there in Federal Highway. Tremendous.
Okay,
the slices are
non-spons.
the slices are so huge. Like so, the first time I went there, I thought like, oh yeah, just get a pie, a large pie. Or she comes home with a box. It's so big. It must have been like a $50 pizza or something.
Yum.
And then she had a vegan just the same. And I thought, there's no way I'm gonna eat that. I ate it in
gone.
a day and a half, yeah. It felt so stuffed. But it was just so good. Joe's Pizza, it's right in Hollywood, or right there on US 1, just past Hollywood Boulevard.
I'm going to try it.
Going north, it'll be on the west side. Going north, it's on the left side, down, just past Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah.
I'm going to try it.
It's got a drive-thru, you pick your pizza. It's great. It's a little place, Joe, so it's good.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it. If you like pizza, you'll enjoy that. Now, there's another place in North Miami that people tell me about. It's tremendous, but can't remember the name of it, but they said it's the best pizza anywhere.
Well, now we need to know.
Yeah,
So
I'll find out by the next show. I'll call Billy Fives and I'll ask him.
I worked at a pizza place in Orlando called Lazy Moon, where like the slices were literally the size of your head. So
yeah, that's kind of how Joe's is. It's
Yum.
huge. Like so, one slice is really like 4 or 5 pieces of pizza. But so then you get a pie, and it's just huge.
If we're making you hungry, we apologize. Order a pizza.
I'm hungry.
Get your chalice.
I was drinking juice there at the chalice, so I'm going to drink coffee to try to curb this appetite.
Yum. Okay, so now that we have our pizzas, our chalices, real quick, I kind of just want to go back to like this statement that Vince McMahon said, where he was essentially saying that he doesn't feel like AEW is competition the way that like WCW was. Like, what are your thoughts on this? Like, I feel
not in competition in the way that WCW, and then they were on Monday nights. It was a Monday Night War, so they're going head to head in the nights. Not competition, and the fact that it was actually they were competing against NXT, but now their numbers are coming up. But he probably has a point. I mean, it's another brand out there, but like when I tell people, and this may sound funny, they go, if you can only have a 6-month or a 4-month run at WWE or AEW, which one are you going to take? They go, I don't know, wherever I can go. I go, well, if you had a choice. And someone will say AEW. I go, well, I'll take WWE. And they go, why? I go, because that's star power. You become star power. You work 6 months there or 8 months on TV there to the 4, 6, 8 months there. You're going to be remembered in WWE as a star. Like, not that you're not a star there, and not that you're not working it just as hard or whatever. It's just that they're so branded so well and a household name that it's WWE. It's like WWE, WWF. Some people I still call it WWF, but WWE, it's just been there. It's established. It's the big daddy of them all. It's the Madison Square Garden. And I'm not taking away from AEW and stuff, but I can see where Vince McMahon would consider it not really competition. It's just another avenue. He probably looks at them like just a little bit higher level than Ring of Honor. Probably he's got an ego. And he's very confident. He's built his house. He built his house. It's got a lot more money and it's a lot bigger than Ring of Honor. Of course, we know that, but in his mind, he probably looks at it as like, whatever. They can take my guys that are overpaid, or I don't want to pay anymore. Give them something, and I feel good. They got something to do and whatever. I mean, he's kind of got an ego like that a little bit. So,
He did that with Bret Hart. Now that I think about it.
Oh.
The funny thing and
yeah.
I mean, and then he knows that they could go do whatever. And when they get done doing all that, if he needs them, they'll come back. And he'll put them right back wherever it is he feels they fit right now. So, and especially if he's cutting budgets, he's probably happy that they got another avenue to go work, to be honest. Like, especially if he likes them, he's probably like, yeah, go over there and get some of that money,
I appreciate your optimism.
If we got something to come back, we'll pick right back up, because WWE, I mean, they make stars. Like, I mean, it is. I think there's more competition. I think is between Vince and Triple H. I think it's more of a competition that he's worried about, because it's the NXT brand trying to come up and how he treats the NXT guys. And you were saying Karrion Kross, they thought this and this and that. I think that they just treat all the NXT guys like crap when they bring them up the Raw or one of those other things, whether it's an attitude check or this or that. But I think it's deflating to that whole roster if they're watching that, how they get handled when they come up and they see what happens, and like kind of craps on that whole brand like thing. So I think Vince probably considers the NXT more of his competition with Hunter back and forth than he does AEW.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah, I think because AEW is just good for business. That just makes, whether it's competition or not, it's just another platform out there that draws people back into wrestling, and then they'll go back over to look at WWE and they'll be like, oh, I'm gonna watch this or that. They make a choice, but I think it's a good thing. He doesn't look at it as a bad thing, but I truly believe when he says he doesn't look at it as competition, he doesn't look at it as competition. I think he would look more at Hunter's competition coming up. That's a son-in-law like, who is trying to take his spot, or he's built this brand underneath the WWE brand, the NXT. I think he probably looks at that more like competition, because it's the changing of the guards, he's going to do. He's married to Stephanie. He's coming up. But Vince always has the say, but Hunter's got visions, and that brand's working, and I'm a big fan of the NXT brand. So,
ditto.
Yeah. So I'm thinking he probably thinks of that more as competition.
Good. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Well, what do you think? Is it time?
Oh, yeah. Please, let's get the Pandora's box, because I am all over the place today. Pandora's box will not rely on me being structured. It's a structure. It's got something. So.
And also to mention, because we have to get this on film.
See that? Levitate.
Well, I mean, we should get it on film, though, that Raymond has not seen Seven, and that is his homework. So.
Yes, you need to go see Seven. Anybody that hasn't seen Seven, you should go watch that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you're a Brad Pitt fan or not, but Morgan Freeman's in it, so if you enjoy Morgan
good.
Freeman, you can watch it. It's such a good movie.
Yes. All right, you ready?
Yes.
I
think so.
Ready? Okay. This is in orange, so I'm going to try to see if I can read it. Okay.
It's in orange.
Yes.
And you got red lights.
Yes. Okay. This is from Two Live Gent.
Two Live what?
Gent, Gent.
Gent. Two Live Gent.
Oh my God. Like
Two
literally.
Live, must be a Florida guy.
This is in like invisible ink. Okay. I saw on your Instagram you recently met up with Kurt Angle. Do you think he prematurely left the WWE for TNA, and that hurt his legacy the same way it hurt Hulk Hogan's when he went over to TNA? And how is Kurt as a person?
All right. So, Kurt is a person. He's an amazing individual. Always been great to me. I know, like anybody in life, we've all had our ups and downs. We all have a little bit of controversy. And we all come through it, and it makes us better people in the end. I just seen him. He's a great guy. I know he's physically hurting a lot. His back. I don't think he's going to come back to wrestling. I know that a lot of, other people try to get him to come back. I think he probably never wishes he had to leave WWE or whatever the circumstances was to go to TNA. Yes, I think it watered him down a little bit, because I'm always going to look at him as like a WWE superstar, Olympic gold medalist, and top of the food chain, like no matter the situation. And because he's an amazing guy, and he works so hard at it, through ECW up to WWE. And I had one of his first few matches on TV, I think, I worked him and wrestled him, and he hit me with the Angleplex and stuff. And he just really has a lot of pride in his work, and he works really, really hard at it. And it's sad to see him like succumbing to the injuries, but it's good to know that he's knows there's a limit on his body, that he just wants to have the best quality life he can. But he still loves wrestling. But I think, I think maybe, I don't know. He never said to me personally, but I think that he probably would have rather stayed WWE the whole time and finished in WWE. So he went back there. Maybe it wasn't one of his. Who did he work on that retirement match? Baron Corbin.
When he came back?
Yeah, his last match.
Yeah.
His very last. But I mean, his last match was in WWE, and I think he's quite content and happy with that, because he's a WWE guy, or he's an Olympic gold medalist, whatever you want. He's both.
He's everything. He's the type of guy that always has a smile on his face no matter what, whenever you see him.
When I seen him, he's just like, I could see that, he went out, he did his thing, but I could tell, he's just, his body hurts, and he's been through it. I mean, he won a gold medal with a broken neck. I've broke my neck twice, so I know what it's all about. And,
could you have done that? Oh, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I broke it with Regal the second time. The first time I was playing football. The second time was pro wrestling in WWE. I broke it with doing the Northern Lights with William Regal, and you could go back. It's on YouTube, that match. You'll see I hit the Northern Lights, and my leg just goes out straight. And then like I remember I just heard sounded like fireworks as much as I dislike fireworks going off, like brah! And I was like, oh. And I remember my leg went numb and went out, and then I was like, oh, that's not good. And I finished the match, and I can remember everything he would do. He would put in like different submission or like a rear chin type of vice thing, and I remember going, oh, my neck, this isn't going to bend anymore like that. I don't know what's going on. But when I look at the video, it really wasn't bending, but it just felt like because I broke it. And I actually went home. And back then, there was a doctors that would just like write you stuff. You go, you go. So I went to this doctor, and I go, yeah, my neck is like it was like in like a little neighborhood, a little shady doctor, like you know what I mean. So I go in there, and he's like, okay, David, I'm gonna give you whatever. He's this Indian dude. I'm gonna give you this, and this, and then he whispers in my ear, I really think you should go see a real doctor. Like, there's something seriously wrong. And I'm like, I know. But I didn't. So I went back on the road that week, and I wrestled Midian. I remember I was wrestling Midian, and I said, I'd call the hip toss or something right out the gate. These are house shows. And he goes, and I go, if I don't kick out, just pin me, because there's something really bad with my neck. I don't know what's going on. And he goes, oh, come on, Dave. I seen you wrestle with the flu and body parts hanging off. He goes, you're going to be fine. I go, no. There's something really not right. I go, this hurts. I can't swallow or anything. So, but my pride and all that, I went through and I finished the match, and I did two more. And then I remember calling, for some reason, I traveled with Benoit Guerrero, but for some reason I was traveling with Jericho that day. And because they put me on a different loop for some reason, but usually my ride was Benoit Guerrero, and so I was riding with Jericho, and I remember calling Eddie, and I go, Eddie, I my nose is bleeding, I can't swallow, and he's like, Mio, what drugs are you taking? I go, I'm not taking anything. I can't swallow anything. My nose is bleeding. He goes, oh, that's not good. He told me, he says, just make it. He's such a warrior. He's like, just make it. Guerrero, right? Means warrior. And he's such a warrior. He goes, just sleep sitting up so you don't drown in your blood and make it to the TV. He was like, gotta make the TV. You gotta make the TV. So, I did that. I sat up in my bed because it hurt so much later on anyways. And I woke up, the whole shirt was just covered in blood. I had a shirt on, and I was like, oh. I showered. When I got to Indianapolis, they were like, there was a doctor there. I went there, and he goes, whoa, man, you need to go to the hospital like right now. You want an ambulance? I go, no, I'll go to the hospital. So instead of going to the hospital, I caught a flight and went back home to Florida and went to the hospital. And I got there, and sure enough, my neck was broke and stuff. And I was out a year. That's when I was out for a year.
Did you have surgery for it? Or did
no, they wanted to go in and fuse it all, like 3 of the vertebrae, like 4, 5, and 6 or something. They wanted to go in, and they could see where it had been broke before, and they wanted to do that. And I said I didn't want to do the surgeries because they told me I would be done wrestling, and I'd have to retire. And I didn't want to do the surgeries. And I said, can I do rehab? Like go through rehab and try to rehab? And they go, no, you can't. You're not gonna be able to handle that, the pain and stuff. I go, do you know I did this like a week ago? I've wrestled on the road. They go, you did? I go, yeah. And they go, well, maybe you can. So I rehabbed it, and I got my movement back. You can see I turn it. But speaking of planes, I can't recline seats like this, or my arms go down. And when I'm riding a motorcycle, I actually need to get handlebars to raise them up here, because when I lean forward, they go numb and stuff. So, but I mean, I just don't do any bridging anymore and stuff like that.
Yeah. So what would you say were like the biggest differences between the situation that you went through and Edge? Because his, was career.
Well, he had, I remember the first time he heard it, it was like he did a spear or something. It was on the outside of the ring, and he hit a wall. I can't remember what town it was, but I remember like they carted him out. That was the first time he went in an ambulance away. Like he had a stinger and stuff, but I think it was the start of what was going on. He had the same thing Luna had, that why she quit wrestling, was that narrowing spinal column and stuff. But, fortunately, she didn't have the stem cell research or whatever route he went. So I'm so glad he came back. But I know how much that took a toll on her life. Wrestling would be taken away. They said, hey, if you bump one more time, you could be paralyzed, because the narrowing. So he went through that, and he came back. And that's, one of the reasons I'm super, super proud of him. And then he tore his triceps. He still came back. So he's a warrior. So I'm hoping the best with him. And I'm looking forward to the Seth Rollins and match. I think it's going to be tremendous and stuff. So what was the question?
You answered it, Kurt Angle. Yep.
Oh, Kurt Angle, back to Kurt. Yeah. So man, so he won the Olympic gold medal, bro. It's it's a special individual. I'm not saying I'm special, but he's a special individual, and anybody that competes in the Olympics on that high level of, and there's no cheating, there's no swerve in the drug test. I don't think of the like the U.S. I mean, I don't know what the other teams, but the committee, they have this great committee, and so I mean, they can't take anything, so they're legit out there doing it. It's pure athletes, and that's just amazing. So he's an amazing person. He's done amazing things, and super happy for him. But yes, I think TNA is whatever. To me, it was. I don't know about how he felt about it, but I know that he's just like a WWE guy, and I think he was glad to probably have his last match there and call it that.
I don't remember if we touched on it last week, but do you have a favorite Olympic sport?
Well, I love rugby. I was watching women's rugby. I was watching the Black Ferns there, the women's rugby. I'm like so amazed at how pretty they can be, but so violent. Like whoa. But I think I like the floor routines and gymnastics and stuff like that.
So amazing.
Yeah.
So good. This
sometimes the dives. Yeah.
It's like sports that I'll never actually watch, and I watch them now like religiously. I'm like, oh yeah. I like volleyball. Sure. All right, here's another one. Also written in orange, Raymond. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is from our friend Curve So Solo on Instagram.
Hey,
Curve.
what's up, dude?
Okay. Do you know the real reason backstage groups were created, like Kling and BSK? Oh, the Click.
Oh, Click.
And BSK. Were you ever in one? And please tell us some BSK and Click stories.
Well, I don't know any BSK or Click stories. The real reason that these groups were great, it's the same reason as there's Blood and Crips. Like it was a brotherhood amongst each other, like little gangs or whatever. I mean, you travel with each other more than your families. Like, the Click was just a group. What was that? Hunter and Sean and National. They're just guys who traveled and got along, and they saw life the way they saw life through their eyes, and it was like they were similar to each other, and that was their ride or die homies. Same thing with BSK. I mean, that's like Kishi, Taker, Papa Shango. I think Midian, Godwin was in it. They played dominoes all day with each other. This and that. So I think you just a group of friends. Like everybody like has different groups for your crew you run around with, and friendships. They just happen to have a lot of the same things in common, or they were able to spend time together with each other without wanting to kill each other. You know what I mean? So they just give themselves some fun names. Now the Click was more, I suppose. Well, Taker overseen all. He ran everything, so like he didn't have to have a Click or do anything. Everybody kind of answered to Taker. He was kind of like the locker room general. But then you have the Click. I didn't have much to do with them. It's just they were there when I was gone, or this or that. I really didn't have any interactions with them until after the facts and stuff like that. And I'm more so with Hunter than anybody that I had any interactions with. But I mean, that was they had the same drive, passion, and maybe egos or whatever. So they stuck together, and they tried to be more of a powerful thing. Or they try to make it like a power movement. The Click were BSK was just brothers hanging, just cool brothers hanging,
Right.
that could kick anybody's ass if they wanted to, or anybody in that other group, like some of them, So, yeah, I mean, I don't know if that answers your question, but it's all
that
about
was the question, right?
That.
We're getting the thumbs up from Raymond. You answered it for us. We good.
All right.
I interviewed The Godfather not too long ago. I really enjoyed my time with him.
Yeah,
He's cool.
He's so mellow. He's just like, hey, whatever, man. Let's just smoke some weed, play some frisbee golf, man, shoot my guns, and take care of my family, Denise, and all that. I'm good. That's Godfather.
There you go. All right.
He's a good guy. He's still right. He's a good dude.
He
He's
is.
a good dude. Yeah.
I agree. All right. Ready? This is from Tyler McDonald.
Hello, Tyler McDonald.
Any stories about...
Now I'm hungry more again for McDonald's. Like pizza at McDonald's. All thinking about his food. Thanks for all that pizza stuff earlier.
I want to make
how do we get a pizza? Now I'm going to get a pizza. Yeah, no. Get pizza avocado.
Yeah,
avocado pizza.
My food groups. Oh, and then there's a couple cupcakes.
We better get to Mr. McDonald then. Tyler.
All right.
First rule, Fight Club. No.
Wait, is this Fight Club? Okay.
There is no Fight Club.
Any stories about Flying Brian Pillman? He's my hometown guy, so I always enjoy hearing stories about him.
Brian Pillman? No, again, that was just, He was, as I came into Calgary, he just left Calgary. He was called Bad Company with Bruce Hart, and so I'm not sure. I think he might have trained there. I'm not sure who trained him or if he trained in Calgary or not. But I know he broke in Calgary and he tagged with Bruce Hart, the brother of Brett and Owen, and they were called Bad Company. They made wrestling cool, I thought, because they would come out with like leather jackets and bandanas, or he'd have maybe he had a vest, but I know Bruce wore the leather jacket, but they both would wear bandanas and they'd have little things on it, or it'd say Bad Company, so that was cool. But I don't have any personal interactions with them or anything like that. And I mean, one of my favorite tag teams at the time was the Hollywood Blondes. So they'd come out, and I loved all their silver vests and just the boots and just trunks, and them turning it up a notch and, you know, putting it over the top. Like, so that was a really, really cool tag team. So all I could say was a big fan of, you know, his tag stuff, Bad Company and the Hollywood Blondes. Brian Pillman himself, he's just a tremendous athlete. You know, he played football, pro football, right? He come up through there. So I don't have any personal interactions with him or anything. I mean, if you want to know something about him, I suppose there's an episode of The Dark Side of the Ring. I mean, we got to do our sunny side one day, but the light side. But I don't know, that they seem to have a lot of information that's kind of accurate and are sad, but you might be able to get more stories out of that. But I don't know him personally, so I couldn't tell you. But I was a fan of him.
Yeah, there you go. Only positive things to say.
Well, that's all I know. Yeah, I'm a fan. Yeah.
Cool. All right, we got time for maybe one or two more.
And his son's awesome. I love his son. He's good. All
right, here's another one. You ready?
Okay. Well, the look you gave me, or was it the orange ink? Is that what's going on?
No, this is another from Curve So Solo. I hope I'm saying that right. Am I saying
I'm sure you are. He would have wrote and said you weren't.
Okay. So Randy Orton said on a podcast episode he would never leave WWE, and he wants to retire there. Do you think that was a smart thing for him to admit?
Well, they know he's probably had that conversation with them a million times, because he structured his deals and stuff like that. And no, I mean, I don't think it hurts him. I think they know. He's probably already admitted that to them in meetings and this and that. Like I said, as he probably structured stuff. No, very smart. He's come up through there. His dad was a legend there. He's third generation, right? So,
yeah,
third generation of it. So no, I don't know. I think it's awesome, and he should.
Yeah, I feel like he's a ride or die WWE.
Yeah. Do I even go anywhere else? Not putting anywhere else on a lesser level, but just that's just your spot, man. That's where you're at. That's home, you know. Like, I wouldn't want to see. I know Edge. I don't know. I just want to see Edge finish there too, you know. So I think it's cool. Yeah. When Christian went there, I get Christian still got something to prove. Maybe it felt like there's some left on the table, you know, this and that. But he didn't have to wrestle. He's very frugal and wise with his money and stuff like that. But I think he went because he still wants to show that he's got something to give or do. Or he probably didn't get that platform. The same as ENC, they had a great platform, but Edge was always destined. They knew from like all the way back to his developmental contract that he was the guy they're going to strap a rocket to. So maybe I think Christian's just trying to step out of that shadow, you know. Still, he's got something to prove. But like, I'm glad Edge. I hope he finishes there and doesn't do anything else too. I hope he just finishes there. So
okay.
You know,
time will tell.
Yeah, we'll see.
Time will tell. All right. We got one last one for today. This one is from Frank Bungle. I believe that's his name. Did I say that?
Bundles or Bung?
Bungle. Let me spell that out for y'all. Bungle is what it says on this paper right here. Right. Okay. From Frank Bungle.
All right, Frankie. What we got?
Okay. We've all heard stories about Steve Blackman being an absolute legit badass. Do you have any backstage or locker room stories about Steve? Oh, you're laughing.
You know, I love Steve Blackman. Yeah, I believe he's a legitimate badass. I believe he would have took the brawl for all. He would have won the brawl for all. I don't know if he had a knee surgery and he had to pull out, or if the office said, hey, it's time for you to go get that knee surgery, because he was going to win it. He would have won it, and it would have spoiled the plans for Dr. Death Steve Williams, but which ultimately got spoiled by Bart. Bart when Steve Williams, which people don't mention, but Steve Williams popped the hamstring muscle. You know, and if you've seen him, he was limping before Bart Gunn was hitting, you know, like getting on. I mean, Bart is a beast. Bart's got a mean left, and he went through people that you would have never thought he went. But Steve Williams' hamstring pop too, his butt, like up this glute there. So you can see if you watch back, you'll see that thing, the gum. Then so I felt bad for Steve Williams. But Steve Blackman, I believe, would have took it all. Legitimately, like, won that whole thing. So yeah, he's a bounty hunter now. He's a bounty hunter. I travel with Steve. There'd be times like I'm driving and he's always, "You're on drugs, aren't you?" I go, "No, not today. No, I'm not. No." He goes, "You better." And I was so scared driving because, and then I had to hit the brakes. I was on one of those bridges. I think it was in California. And I had to, no, it was in New York, like the George Washington or something. But I had to hit the brakes. Before I knew it, he had me by the throat. I was like, He goes, "If you kill us," I go, "You're going to kill us because you're going to keep driving, So he was like, I loved the guy. I loved wrestling. He's one of my favorite opponents because I never had to say sorry to him or anything. And like, because he knew that was 10. He liked it. Like, I don't know, man. He's a legit badass. I think he should have got pushed way more than he did. He deserved to get more than that. I think he's a scary individual. But I think once you get to know him, he's a very loving individual in his own way. I've never seen anybody eat more fried rice before a show than him, like right up to match time. But yeah, Steve Blackman's amazing. I loved my hardcore matches with him. I love my regular matches with him. I loved wrestling Steve Blackman. A lot of people ask me a lot of times who's one of your favorite people to wrestle, and it's Steve Blackman. And he was legitimate in Calgary. He was at one point before WWE, he signed. He was like 300 pounds, like jacked beast. And he in Calgary, I mean, there's stories of him like spin kicking mirrors off cars at people honking horns. He's just this monster. He had really long hair, and legitimate, just legitimate badass. And he went to Africa or somewhere. He got signed, and he went on one of those overseas tours and got like malaria or something.
Oh no!
I'm not sure what it was, but it messed his stomach up so bad that I don't even think he can take aspirin now or something. Like he was like messed up really, really bad, and like a lot of people are going, they'll look at Steve Blackman, and you see the Steve Blackman you all remember from WWF. He had a great body, kind of got the G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip look, But a lot of people would be like, that's got to be steroids, this and that. I go, no, I've seen Steve Blackman bigger. Like, this is like normal Steve Blackman. All his brothers are like powerlifting champions and stuff. They're just strong Pennsylvania guys, I think.
Good genetics.
I think he lived in Anvil, Pennsylvania, outside Hershey. Yeah, he's a scary dude. He owns more weapons than anybody I know, too. He had more assault rifles and stuff.
So you don't want him to be your enemy.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with Steve Blackman, man. Okay. Like, you just want to be his friend. Buy him some Chinese food, man, and wish his family well. Do not cross. Do not throw sand in his eyes. Do not cross his line if he drew one. You stay on your side and say, "Hello, sir. Sorry, sir. Keep moving." Yes, I believe Steve Blackman's a legitimate badass.
Awesome.
And there's so many Blackman stories. I don't know. Everybody's probably heard the one where Bradshaw would go around like he would grab people on the butt and do stuff like that. But he just Bradshaw's kind of a river, right? And I love Bradshaw. I get along great with him. And but he was one of the days I was there. He'd grab Steve, and Steve would be like, "If you do that one more time, I'm gonna kick you in the face," or something like something of that nature. I don't know the exact wording to that. Well, we were in baggage claim, and he did it again. Bradshaw did it again. Steve, boom, he hit him one. He went to haul back, but he went to go with another kick, but his foot got caught in luggage. He couldn't get the foot up to kick him, and whatever, it got broke up. Like, he threatened Bradshaw. He told him, "If you don't apologize to me, I'm going to kill you, like beat you in front of everybody." But Bradshaw, he apologized to Steve Blackman in front of catering. "I'm sorry, Steve Blackman, for grabbing your ass. I'll never grab your ass." It was like, he made a comedy out of it, but like, Steve Blackman was legit. Like, if he was mad at you, he was legitimately going to kill you. Yeah, he's a badass.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, but I love that guy, man, and I loved wrestling him. Oh man, I love Steve Blackman. I seen him in the airport in Fort Lauderdale, like just before COVID or something. He's like, "Hey, Dave, it's good." And I was like, "Oh crap, man!" He looked the same. He looked great. I flinched. He had his family with him. He had this beautiful family. Like, oh, Steve Blackman has a family. Awesome. I didn't know killers had families, but yay. But he was like, "I'm a bounty hunter now," and he was like, "Oh, cool." He goes, "Just look me up through the thing, if you ever want to talk." But like, I tried to figure out how to look him up, bounty hunter. Maybe I'll have Raymond do some research, and I'll reach out to Steve Blackman. I would love to have him on here one day.
That'd be so cool.
Talk about bounty hunting and life after wrestling, and he's not a very personable guy, though. He's not like I don't know if he's a podcast interview friendly guy. I don't know if he has that in him, but he is a tremendous human being, and he is one bad mofo. Yes.
Amen.
Yeah. Amen on that.
Amen.
Stay away from Steve Blackman and his weapons.
That should be on the T-shirt.
All right. So
we made it.
Is that it? We made it? We good? Wow.
We sure did.
Well, I stumbled early, fumbled. Thank you, Kid Cadet, for picking it up and getting across the goal line several different times to get us to this victory today.
It's like we're the volleyball team, you know, hit it over.
Yeah, I lobbed it, messed it up, and you spiked it. There you go.
We're a team.
Set up and score volleyball. Wow, yeah. You like volleyball? You said you like volleyball.
I've been enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I used to find the girls very muscular and strong.
They are.
Tall.
And yeah.
But volleyball. I like beach volleyball too.
I like both indoor and outdoor. I've been enjoying it all. The swimming, the track and field was incredible.
I haven't watched much of the Olympics. I caught a little bit of the rugby and some of the gymnastics highlights and stuff. I heard Simone Biles is back. That's good. I don't know
she I guess I can spoil it because this has already happened. She got bronze in the bounce beam.
All right.
So
it's
amazing.
She's amazing. It's amazing. But everybody, thank you. This was episode 11.
Yeah.
With Fangin' and Bangin' with Gangrel and Kid Cadet. We covered, I don't know what we covered. What did we cover?
Just watch it back.
Just watch it back. Have fun, enjoy, and have a tremendous week. And keep Fangin' and Bangin'. Want some?
Get some.
Bad enough.
Take some.